to just come on because just in reading that, it says, you are troubled on every side, not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. And so I wanted to give someone and people that were listening and anyone who comes to see the live, I wanted to give you some encouragement. I wanted to encourage you and to edify you that although you may be going through some different things in your life, maybe it's present or it may be something that is about to come. But I want to tell you that you are an overcomer, that you're going to overcome all and everything that you go through. With God, all things are possible. And so as I was going through my folder, because usually for myself, I will write Bible verses and different things for me just to kind of just glean over and to just read and meditate over it. But when it says that even when you're persecuted but not forsaken, cast down but not destroyed, and that was one of the purposes that God had given me. You are an overcomer, the conference that's coming up in November, because there are a lot of people, and I was one of those people included, who needed to know that I was an overcomer, because in the life that I'm living and the path that God has had me on since I was 14, I've experienced a lot of warfare. I've experienced the process that he has put me through so that he can take me where he desires to take me. So I had to be tested. I had to be tried. Hello, blessings, everyone. Oh, blessings from Africa. Thank you for listening from Africa. Thank you all for coming. So I want to encourage each and every one of you, just like the word says in 2 Corinthians 4:8, we are troubled on every side. You are not the only person that's going through something or who is experiencing something. We all are. It says you are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but we are not in despair. This is one of the things that God has always done through me. When he always would tell me some things that he would ask me to do, he always gave me a burden for helping people to know that they're overcomers, to equip them, to encourage them. If you go to Romans 12 and you look at the gifts, encouragement and exhortation. So that's the reason why I'm always encouraging. I'm always empowering, because that's a gift. That's a gift that God gave it to me. And so anytime I see someone, I'm going to encourage you and empower you and help you to see yourself the way that God sees you. Even when we have rough days, I'm not going to say that I don't have any rough days, but like it says, even if I'm persecuted, but I'm not forsaken. Even says we cast down, but I'm not destroyed. Because as I wake up tomorrow, there's a new day with grace and mercy for me to overcome whatever obstacle that is in my path. I want to read a poem. And that's the way that God has dealt with me. He started me at 14 with poetry. And it was healing. It was ministry. It was most of the things now that I do as a pastor and an evangelist that I've done all of my life. He always had me dealing with healing ministry and with deliverance. But it was just the way that he had made me. And so I remember he was calling me in 2014, and I could hear him saying to me, set the captives free, set the captives free. And if you know, in Isaiah 61, and that scripture about setting the captive, I heard him give me the words to the poem. And I'm going to read you that poem because he was doing things within me, and I always like to share it. When people get the books, they get exactly what he's given me to give. And that's what I want to give each and every person that comes on the lives, or who comes to the conference, or who picks up a book. And so the title of this poem is called Setting the Captives Free. And it reads, it says, I see faces vividly. I hear voices distinctively. And with my pen, no one will be left behind. I write for the muffled voices. I speak, setting the captives free. I listen to stories. I see the aftermath of turmoil and trauma. So with my pen, I encourage and I empower, helping to rebuild the fragments through awareness, searching for the lost souls, the ones who mourn, the ones who are brokenhearted, the ones who are brokenhearted, to bind up the darkness, enabling the light to shine. And with my pen, no one will be left behind. The silent voices will be heard. The words will be spoken. Each mask will be removed. Pain and sadness will be traded for gladness. And with my pen, I will pen stories of truth to uplift, helping to heal the scars that are deep within. And with my pen, I will reassure growth, rebuking past hurts, finding deliverance while extinguishing shame and guilt and sorrow. And with my pen, hope will be acknowledged, chains will be broken, strength will be discovered, power will be established, the trumpet will sound, freedom will be proclaimed, setting the captives free from all bondage, giving hope to others, leaving no one behind with my pen. And so since the beginning of me starting this, God has always, and the Holy Spirit has always equipped me to empower. He's always equipped me to encourage, because there are a lot of people that feel, just like the word said, that we're perplexed on every side, that we're persecuted, and that you are, but not cast down. And so I want to let you know that you're an overcomer. The way that God has, the areas in my life that he's helped me to know that I was an overcomer, by helping me to overcome things in my life lessons. With life lessons, in relationships, in love, in spirituality, in my spiritual growth. And so the two areas that he's always worked with me on is in personal development and with spiritual growth. Helping me to know that I can be restored. Helping me to know that no matter what I go through, that he's always on my side. And so this year I'm having a conference. It's a virtual conference. You can come on your phone. You can come on your computer. It's going to be a virtual conference. I have 4 ladies and myself. I'm going to be talking about develop what God sees, because I want to help you develop what God sees. Everything that I do is for his glory. I'm submitted and yielded to his glory. So I'm going to help you develop who you see. He had to work with me to see myself the way that he sees me. Not the way that other people see me, but how he sees me. So I want to help you develop who God sees within you. One of the other topics is going to be forgive to live. We do have to forgive. God forgives us. We also have to forgive others. We want his forgiveness. We have to forgive. So forgiving to live is a big part of our lives. Another lady has a brave face. A brave face keeps walking. And that's a brave face. You have to be strong. You have to be resilient. You have to be encouraged. One of the other topics is build what you see. You have to make sure that you have a vision, that you can see what it is, that you hear, and that you know what it is that God is calling you, whether it's your dream, that you're working on something that he tells you that's within the inside of you, something that you love doing. So we want you to build what you see. We're going to help to cultivate those gifts. And then one of the other speakers, she's going to be talking about cultivating your superpowers. And so that's cultivating. Blessings, sis. Blessings to everyone that's coming on. She's going to be talking about cultivating your superpowers. And those powers on the inside, those powers are the gifts that are laying dormant. And so we want to help you to stir up your gifts. We want to help you to be encouraged and empowered. And we want to let you know that with God, all things are possible. Each and everything that God has us to do in this season, it is about helping our brethren and our sisters. He says that when in the Bible, it says that when you're strengthened, you are to go back and get your brother and strengthen them too. And so we want to strengthen you. I want to encourage you to, like I said, to develop what God sees. Even though we may be going through things, even though you may be perplexed on every side, and also trouble may be at your door, but God is with you, that he will never leave you or forsake you. And so I'm honored and I'm excited about this virtual conference that I'm having. There's a small fee, and the fee is $30, I think, for adults and $20 for young adults. But all of the proceeds go to help the Planting Positive Seeds nonprofit. And if you want to learn more about the Planting Positive Seeds nonprofit, you can go to www.plantingpositiveseeds.com. But we have a community outreach program where I help to give out different things to young ladies in our community. We have an annual conference each year. This year is going to be virtual. We have a scholarship fund for the kids that are going back to school. I want to, at least by May of 2021, I want to be able to give out 2 $500 scholarships to 2 teens that are entering into college. And so that's a scholarship fund for Planting Positive Seeds. And then we also have, I focus on suicide awareness because I was a victim. I attempted suicide when I was 14. And so I want to help girls who are to be encouraged and to overcome the obstacles that they have in their life. Many of them go through things and we don't even know, and empower them to keep going. So if you want to learn more about planting positive seeds, you can. But you are an overcomer. Sign up and register for the conference. If you want to sponsor, if you want to donate, you can do that through the link. I'm out here on a mission to help to empower lives. Whether it's one person at the conference, I'm going to go forth because God said to have it. He said, I need you to help to let them know that you're an overcomer. And so if God does, if he can restore me, he has no respectable person. He can restore you as well. No matter what you go through, God is sitting high and he is looking low, and he's always going to be in your corner. I'm going to be sure to leave the link for the nonprofit, and also catch us on tomorrow. I've had last Monday, I had 3 of the speakers for the conference on inspirational talks, and also on this Monday coming up, Minister Shannon Easter, she's going to be on there talking about her topic, A Brave Faith Keeps Moving, for the conference. I really want you all to get a chance to hear the speakers, register for the conference, share with someone that you know, because I'm going to be about my Father's business. And if that is to encourage the person that is next to me, to encourage the person that is over in the next state, then with planting positive seeds, that's one of the things that I want to do. So even if it's something that you feel like you don't want to come to, share it with a friend that you know. Give them some encouragement and some empowerment. Thank you all, each and every one of you, for coming on to the live. And I just want to say, develop who God sees in you, no matter what you go through. Remember, in Second Corinthians 4:8 was the verse. It says, we are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. I want to let you know that with God, all things are possible. So thank each and every one of you for coming on. Blessings to each and every one of you. I'm going to put both of the, Miss Keys, are you asking to come into the video? I'm going to come back and put the links to the conference on here. So if you have anyone that is coming on, Miss Keys, were you trying to come on to the broadcast? I can bring you on before I leave. Thank you all. I just wanted to come on and let you know that you're an overcomer, and that everything that I'm local. And I'm also global. I do things all over the world, and as many places that God has sent me, and he'll ask me to go to preach and teach the gospel, to encourage and edify, and to build up people for the kingdom. I am a kingdom ambassador, and I'm all about the business of what God will have me to do in this season. So I just want to thank each and every one of you, and have a blessed evening. Okay, everybody, I'll put the links in this, and if you know anyone who wants to come to the conference, have them to register for You Are an Overcomer. It's November the 7th from 10 to 2 p.m. and it'll be virtual. Have a blessed day, everybody.